Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Meester Bunny here again. Still getting over my cold, so sorry about the voice if you can still hear that congested type nasally raspiness in my voice. But I'm feeling much better. Just wanted to talk about, well, you know how life is more about your experiences, and everybody makes stupid mistakes in their life. But hopefully we learn from them, right? That's the whole goal, is to fail and then pick yourself up and learn from them and not repeat your mistakes. Well, I just want to share one stupid mistake I made when I was growing up. Uh, um, well, first of all, I guess to kind of give you a little bit of a explanation on the situation, I live in Hawaii, and Hawaii is made up of a group of islands, and most times, you're gonna travel in between the islands. You're gonna be taking an airplane. Just usually a short trip, uh, probably about half an hour to 45 minutes to travel from one island to another. And the main island is Oahu, and that's the island that has Honolulu and Waikiki in it. So it's usually the tourist destination spot, but other islands like such as Big Island, which is where I grew up, has places like Kona. We probably heard of Kona coffee, that sort of thing. But anyways, long story short, um, I used to travel in between the islands, to visit family because they're pretty much dispersed throughout the islands. And um, well, while I was going to school, I graduated high school from the Big Island, and then I moved to Oahu, which is the island that I'm originally from. And I kind of started, in college, you start experimenting with drugs and all kind of stuff. And I remember I didn't use it heavily, but I kind of got into ecstasy for a while, and it was it was something kind of new to me, and I hadn't really seen it very much on the Big Island. So I'm like, oh man, this is awesome stuff. I need to kind of get this going on the Big Island, and maybe I thought of it as a, in an entrepreneurship type situation where I thought, oh man, I could make some moolah if I can get some of this over on Big Island because I can get some people hooked on this shit, which is really bad. I don't condone this type of behavior or drug use at all. But we all are curious and we go through things, and luckily I came out relatively unscathed from the situation. But anyways, I kind of got hooked up with a dealer out here, and then I thought, hey man, I'm gonna try and smuggle this shit, neighbor island, just on an airplane flight, short flight, half an hour, and then I'll be out of there, and then I can go ahead and get this to my friend where he can start selling it. And I guess I had 65 hits of ecstasy, and I put it into, a couple plastic bags, Ziploc bags, and then like tucked it in my crotch area. And because I figured, yeah, that's probably the least likely place anybody's gonna check. And it's so stupid looking back on it too, but man, it was such a freaking rush. So, I go through the normal security check, you're taking off your shoes and all that sort of thing. And my heart is beating like 800 times a minute, and I'm so freaking, I must have had the most guiltiest freaking look on my face. Like, I don't know how anybody could have not thought that I was some kind of a, suspect for something, because I must have looked like a freaking guilty son of a bitch. But anyway, okay, so I'm sitting here with 65 hits of ecstasy in my crotch, and I'm like just totally nervous the whole time I'm at the airport and on the airplane. So I'm boarding the airplane, and then the stewardess, she's looking at me and she's asking me, "Hey, how you doing? Welcome aboard." And I'm like, does this fucking bitch know something? Does she know? I'm just totally paranoid. I'm like, man, this fucking bitch knows. And she's just being nice, just doing her job and saying hello. And I'm just totally, totally paranoid. What I should have done is probably drink a little bit before I went on the plane, but yeah, I didn't really think about that. I wanted to have all my wits with me from my first drug smuggling endeavor. But anyway, I'm on the plane the whole time. Like I said, I mean, my armpits are sweated to shit, and I must have looked like some kind of fucking tweaker, just just sitting there all freaking nervous as fuck. And then, as I'm getting off the plane, I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm so freaking lucky. I'm almost home free. And sure enough, I got off the plane, walked away, and yep, I got 65 hits of sweaty ball sack smelling ecstasy to distribute. And what's really stupid about airports is that they have these things called amnesty bins, and I'm sure you all have seen it. You know, when you go to the luggage area, you know, there's this bin that says amnesty bin, and I remember asking my uncle one time, "What the hell is that?" And he's telling me, "Oh, well, you know, if you have any illegal substances or firearms or that sort of thing that you didn't get caught with, then you could put it in that bin and no questions asked. You know, they won't know anything about it. Nobody's gonna hold anything against you. It's just kind of like you're just, you're just confessing, but not really confessing. It's like an honest way of just giving up and turning yourself in without really turning yourself in. I mean, that's a stupid explanation. It's kind of like just saying, hey, I realize I did the wrong thing, and I'm just gonna give up the bullshit that I had. And what's stupid about these amnesty bins is take a look around at those amnesty bins, and I guarantee you're gonna see at least one or two security cameras posted near or around the amnesty bin. And who the fuck is stupid enough? I mean, I'm sure they have some kind of sensor in that bin that goes off when someone drops some shit in there, and then those security cameras just totally zero in on whoever the hell is putting shit into that bin. It's such a stupid idea. It's such a stupid concept, and you're even stupider if you fall for it and actually put something in there that's illegal. That's just what my opinion is. But yeah, I've never been through so much like just like nonstop heart pounding without even taking any drugs or drinking anything. And honestly, I'm not a druggie. Like I said, I probably did ecstasy maybe 5 or 6 times, and it was all within a short time span. Just to get it out of my system, just to see what it's like and enjoy it and pretend like I'm some kind of hardcore druggie, thinking that that's cool, but it's not. And also, like 65 hits of X. Come on. 65 hits of E, and then I'm thinking like I'm some kind of hardcore drug dealer. That's hilarious. I mean, come on, that is hilarious. So small potatoes. But then again, wrong is wrong, right? So like I said, kiddies, don't do that kind of shit, and I don't condone it, and this never really happened. I made the whole thing up. Now this ecstasy that I was running is called Green Tweeties. I remember the name and I remember the look of it. It had a little Tweety bird stamped on the pill, really tiny pill, and it was laced with LSD. So pretty much you would get the effects of hallucinating along with the euphoric ecstasy effects as well. It's pretty crazy. And I remember the first time I tried this, and it was the first time I actually tried, no, second or third time I actually tried ecstasy, but this was the first one I ever tried that was laced with the LSD. And I remember taking it with a couple of my buddies, and we were just going out cruising that night, not clubbing or anything like that. We were just, I was actually introducing one of my friends to it at that time. Such an instigator, right? But I remember looking at him, and this is nighttime, and looking straight at his face, talking to him, and his face would just like, how like in Call of Duty you have a bad connection and it would just lag out and the person just kind of teleports across the screen. Like his face was just like teleporting left to right, and I was kind of like, oh, that's crazy. And at the same time I was like, I don't want to say shit because I don't want to believe the fact that I might be getting really fucked up right now. So it was kind of a touchy situation, but what was hilarious was that my friend said to me, hey, he says, hey, I'm looking at your face right now, and it's doing this House on Haunted Hill shit where it just kind of like goes and sways left to right. And I was like, oh my god, me too! And we just laughed our asses off about it, because up until that point we thought that we were just totally freaking out. Each of us thought that we were just freaking out, but it's just the effects of the LSD. And it was pretty awesome. It was a wicked high. And all that freaking Vicks mask shit. Oh my god, raving. That's hilarious. I think people still do that shit, which is hilarious too. It's even more hilarious. But like I said, with drugs, if you are gonna try any kind of drug, I'd say you should try it when you're younger. I wouldn't mess with stuff like crystal methamphetamines, because that's pretty hardcore. I have some family members that are still addicted to that, and some that are trying to clean up, but it's so hard. It's difficult, you know, it's a sickness after you get addicted to that kind of stuff. I don't think we need to be putting all these guys in jail, guys and girls. It's a non-discriminatory drug. Non-discriminatory. But um, just be careful with the drugs. Get it out of your system as soon as you can. You know, I know some people that just snort lines just to see what it's like, and then they get over it. But then I know some people that are just hooked on marijuana. I mean, come on, is marijuana really a drug? Really, it's a plant. That shit should be legal. Or if, you know, our government was gonna uh, sell it, they could tax it, just like how they tax cigarettes, you know? I mean, come on, alcohol is there? That's legal, right? Well, anyway, I guess that's probably something to talk about another time. That's a whole nother commentary. But thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. I think this gameplay is coming to an end. Sorry, it's a really long commentary, and I could just talk about this drug subject for years and tell you about my experiences, but you will just fall asleep. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Peace.